Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's Mama Manifests. I'm so grateful that you're here today. So this is going to be something a little bit different that I'm starting right now called the Daily Dance. And the reason I came up with that is because I'm going to be uploading, I'm going to try and upload every single day. But life is really a dance, and it's all about surrender and going with the flow even when things are out of control. And so I just thought it was appropriate. These messages are going to be intended to lay out what's going on and give you guidance and give me guidance, right? About how we can best navigate through the energies. And so today was a great day for me to start. I just did my own personal reading for the day, my own daily energies. And, I felt really, really called because I was told that message was not just for me. Okay. And so before I jump in to the cards, I just wanted to share what came up in that message, and then we can move from there. So right now, if you're here, I'm guessing things feel really out of control today, right? They may have for the past couple days. It might feel like you're being constricted, right? And it might feel really heavy. Things may be at an ultimate chaotic high with a bunch of decisions needing to be made, and you can't even think straight, right? You might even be bedridden. Okay, because I understand how these energies work. I've been through them multiple times now on the journey, and it's not that I ever escape them. It's just we get better at navigating through them. Okay. So anyway, there was a lot of messages in there, and you're having a perspective shift to move into the next level. Right now, I felt like a big test happening. So just be mindful of that. We can't fail these tests, but the divine can see if we're ready to have a new perspective. And so what's happening right now is this feeling of constriction, and you could be feeling constricted in any area of your life or multiple areas of your life, is pushing us into this place where the divine is asking us to have a new perspective. And ultimately what I saw what the test was going to be making a head over or a heart over mind decision. We have to follow our intuition, and we have to follow our heart. And this is the test, right? Because are we going to follow what is the unpopular decision of, what we know we're meant to do? Or are we going to do things and keep things the same, right? And this was all fueled, I saw, by, there is some heartache under there. So there could have been some betrayal that happened, or things came to the surface, or somebody that you really care about said something absolutely terrible, and it's just running amok in your mind. And with the card, I had never noticed this before. It was on the Three of Swords, and that's just kind of what was going on underneath everything, was that there were two people with their backs faces to each other, and then the unicorn was walking out the door. And it just spoke to me. I've been using these cards for a while, and in this deck, particularly the deck or the unicorn represents the spirit. And I just felt like one of the people needs to follow that unicorn out the door, right? One of the people needs to make that decision, because this reading that I got before this reading was all about a decision that's going to ultimately need to be made. It's going to be a heartfelt decision. It's going to be following your intuition. But it's going to be the decision to walk out the door and follow the unicorn. And it really came through strong. I was staring at this card, never had seen this perspective. And that's going to be your decision to ultimately surrender, right? Trust when it is absolutely hardest to trust, because it's really easy to trust when everything's going well. These are the defining moments, you guys. Get excited about these moments. Now, that's not me placating you or, pushing your feelings down. I understand. Let yourself process the feelings, let yourself feel it. But don't let yourself get out of control with it. As soon as you feel empowered to make that decision to surrender and really trust yourself and walk this path, the moment everything's going to feel much better. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune was there, and things are going to be you're walking into a better life. The same unicorn was bringing gifts to the person in that card. I've seen all these messages on these cards that I've never noticed before. But anyway, let's dance. Let's jump in. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what comes out in this reading. Because like I said, I don't know. I was going to share with you guys the cards that I had, and then I went back and forth about it. And here we are, and I just decided to get some new fresh energy out with new cards and see what really comes through, okay? But yeah, that was the bulk of it. And, you know, if that's you, keep listening. You know, if that's how you feel right now, definitely keep listening because this message is for you. All right, so let's get an overall energy and overall message for the dance. Okay, it's just coming back out again. Yeah, there's that card, and the card that came out for me as well this morning. It's the Nine of Swords. This is feeling completely overwhelmed, feeling, you know, like you can't do anything. This would be, you know, like I said, maybe bedridden, okay, by anxiety, fear. Fear has consumed you, okay? So let's get some more cards out. Okay. But there is illumination and truth on the horizon. There's happiness on the horizon. So even though it feels that way right now, we have the sun coming out. And I just feel like the divine is showing you that because that is truly, that's the truth of what you're walking into. No matter what your fears are telling you right now, they're lying to you, okay? Your thoughts are lying to you. These ungrounded thoughts, right? These ungrounded thoughts. So there is happiness going to be coming in and truth and illumination and understanding, and it's coming soon. It's coming soon. What else do we have here? Yeah. Okay. So this is going to be all about you saying what needs to be said ultimately, right? Standing up for yourself, standing your ground, standing up for what you believe in, and working toward like a more harmonious life for yourself. But this whole situation is about your foundation, right? There's something out of integrity with where you're trying to go. So you have all these dreams and you have all these wishes and you have all these desires about what you want your life to look like, how you want to be of service to the world, how you want to show up in the world, everything like that, right? You have these things that you know you want, but there is something that just isn't able to come with you right now, right? And that's what's falling away. It could be different for every single one of you. This could be an actual relationship. This could be a job. This could be a mindset, a belief system, something that you could have been lying to yourself for a long time about something, right? And just that illumination, that acceptance to move forward. We can't move forward in darkness. We can't move forward in lies. It stunts our growth. We stop growing and we just stay the same. And that's what we all kind of been doing for most of our lives, right? And so, yeah, you're going to have to make that decision to let whatever it is go. It could be the truth. I'm really, really feeling like it's just the truth about something. It's the truth. It's a perspective, right? It's a perspective that is out of integrity, that is holding you back. And that's why you're feeling so constricted right now. That's why we're feeling so overwhelmed. It's to force us into this place where we have to see the truth, as uncomfortable as it may be. Okay? Let's get two more from... Yeah, okay. There's like, you know, the ego is like having its way. And, you know, if you just watch out right now about, you know, I would really go into kind of like a hermit mode because, you know, you are in this place. And just so you know, you are in this place where you're not be able to show up as your best self because you have to show up for you right now. So don't make any decisions right now. Okay. Don't interact with as little people as you possibly can for now, right? Just kind of hermit yourself, wait for the new perspective. You'll know when it comes in. You'll know when the sun energy comes in, okay? But right now, if you try to engage, that's what this Page of Swords is all about. If you try to engage and say the things that need to be said, it's going to just be a battle of the egos and there is going to be there's nothing going to be done about it. So it's really a holding period and you to just surrender and accept the energy that you're in, right? Because we have to accept, we can't try to push away the bad feelings. The bad feelings are teachers just as much as the good feelings are. And right now, I know it feels really heavy and I know it feels really intense, but you get excited because you're going somewhere and this is forcing a perspective shift. But again, don't talk to people right now. Seriously, I know that sounds you know what? I know it sounds crazy, but don't, because you're going to be coming from a place of ego, and the other person is going to as well. Okay. And that's just what's going to happen. Then we have the 9 of Pentacles. Okay. And so this is all about you finding out who you are. You finding out more of who you are and the truth about your life and the truth about your path. This is about your independence. This is about your self-love. This is about freedom. This is about autonomy. Okay? This is like, you need to be able to stand on your own 2 feet, right? And you need to be able to be who you truly are. And there are some situations in your life, whether it be your thing, it's probably a combination of a lot of different things. Okay? I'm just going to be honest with you. But there are situations in your life preventing you from literally feeling authentic. Okay? You cannot be who you truly are, right? They could be people that, you know, always try to argue with you, right? There's this 5 of Swords card when you're being yourself and you're like, wow. And so what it makes you feel is that you truly can't be you because, you know, people have an issue with it. It's because your values are changing and it's no longer in alignment with that happy foundation, right? Not to say it is going to be forever, but right now, you know, no. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Strength card, okay? And this is going to be building your inner strength, right? You have what it takes to get through this. I know right now it doesn't feel that way. It feels very, very heavy. I can feel the energy, you guys. I could feel the push to come on and share this with you guys. But it's all about like your internal strength and taming the beast within. Like, are you going to fight with the bad feelings, trying to escape them? Or are you going to surrender to the feelings, accept the feelings, accept that they are here to teach you something, and then just kind of wait out the process? Are you going to surrender to hermit mode? Are you going to surrender to having a different perspective? And that's what this is about. And it's true. There's so much more going on than we can see. And it's all about trusting the Most High. Trusting that God is either everything or God is nothing. Trusting that every single moment and every single thing that we have ever went through in our entire lives is for a reason. Or not. It's a black and white decision. And I don't like to say black and white anything because, you know, I don't like that polarized thinking. But this really is. Just like the decision to have faith over fear is. Because every single emotion, every single situation, every single conversation either fits under an umbrella of faith or fear. And you're really being guided right now to choose that of the path of faith. And you're being tested. Are you going to follow your heart? Are you going to trust your intuition? Are you going to do what's best for you? Or are you going to stay a little longer? And I only say stay a little longer because the divine will come along again, and these moments will come along again. And the longer we resist, the more it persists. And the more uncomfortable it's going to be each time this energy comes around in the circle. It's going to get more and more uncomfortable the longer we don't look at it. And the longer we don't choose surrender. And the longer we don't choose faith. Because once we surrender and once we choose faith, it gives us the ability to be in receiving mode, okay? And I have a feeling these cards are going to lay out, you know, meditation, because there's a perspective shift that needs to happen. And the guy, it's almost like, you know, the male is coming to you from the divine. They have a message for you, and it's going to be specific and unique to each and every one of you. But while you're in this energy of resistance, right? Because ultimately the 9 of Swords is resisting any divine energy from coming in. The longer you're going to be in it. What we resist persists. And so surrender, 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 surrender. Trust, 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 trust right now. And then your divine guidance will come to you. Okay? So let's get an archetype out. Let's get an archetype out. Follow the magic. Follow the magic. You know, it might not feel, this is what's coming through off this card. It might not feel like following your heart and following this is the right thing to do. But ultimately, you have to follow what makes you feel good. The programming and the matrix, or whatever you want to call it, the old belief system is going to make you feel like you're doing something wrong. It is. But you're going to have to follow your heart no matter what anyone else thinks, because something inside of you is just telling you you're going the right way. You hear the call, the siren. Think about, I feel like I talk about Frozen 2 so much. It's ridiculous in these readings, but like, I'm sorry, secret siren, I'm blocking out your calls. I've had my adventure. I mean, think about Into the Unknown from Frozen 2. It's the secret siren that goes off, right? And that's what if you've seen that, if you haven't seen that movie, I would suggest while you're in the Nine of Swords, watch that movie. It's about like, it's a scary adventure of what they go through, you know, throughout that whole movie. But you have to follow the siren. You have to follow that inner call right now. You have to trust yourself. That's the point. That's the test. Okay? Wow. Let's see. Let's get one out of the fairy tale deck. Whoa. Again, you know, it's going to feel like you're doing something taboo, right? Like interesting set of cards coming out here. It's going to feel different. It's going to feel, your intellectual mind is going to come at you and say, no, 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 that's not the way things are done around here, you know? But like really, you're going to have to trust yourself. Once again, just coming down again. And what else came out? Obsession. 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 Yeah, this is like serious energy that, you know, these thoughts are hitting you really, really hard right now. And I feel that. The thoughts that everything is going to like hit the fan, but it's not. It's happening for you. And your thoughts, your dominant fear-based thoughts may be like just hitting you so hard right now. It's like just so uncomfortable. But you're going to have to choose a new way. You're going to have to choose a new way. Surrender. Surrender. And I know I keep saying that. Let's see what the Work Your Light Oracle has. Let's get a little bit more for this daily dance. How can we dance? How can we flow? Well, my dear, it's through surrender. Okay. What else do we have to add to this message, Spirit? This lovely message of going into the unknown. Releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Like we are literally being released from the confines of what has been holding us back our entire lives. Like these are deep-seated, this is a deep-seated level. That's why it feels so intense. I mean, look at the freedom that is happening here, okay? This is about releasing the thoughts, the lower level beliefs that we have about ourselves, the lower level beliefs that we have about the world, and being literally freed from it. You don't understand that by freeing yourself from these thoughts, what comes with it. You get to, it's holding you down because this energy is dense, okay? And if you think about density, it's going to hold you down. And once you let go of these very low level, you know, it could be shame, it could be guilt, right? It could be so many things. It's going to literally give your body and your light body and your aura and everything around you the ability to move up. And therefore have a different perspective, have a different life experience, and have things be able to find their way. Good things, abundance, find its way to you. But it can't when you're in the density of this, okay? So this is about freedom. This is about freedom and going into the next level. That we are going into the next level right now. Okay? Let's see what else we have. Let's get a couple more cards out here and then we'll close. Whoa. Okay. Yeah. High Priestess. Hello, High Priestess. You're going to have to trust yourself. And to be able to get into this perspective, to be able to go from the Nine of Swords to the High Priestess, if you literally need to say the Serenity Prayer over and over, take a hot bath, do whatever you need to do. What you're feeling underneath all of this is absolutely correct. And you need to make that decision to follow your inner guidance system. Go into the unknown. What else do we have here? We have the Four of Pentacles. You're going to have to let go of old beliefs. You're holding on to something in your life, and only you know what that is for you, for dear life. It is an obsession, okay? It is an obsession. You're holding on to it, but it's not bringing you prosperity. It is weighing you down. You're going to have to let go. You're going to have to surrender. And if you don't, you're going to continue this cycle. Look at 9 and 9, 9 of Wands here. This is the wounded warrior, right? You're going to continue this cycle of being wounded because staying in this situation is wounding you. And then you attract situations that wound you more, okay? So you have to make the decision today or tomorrow or whenever whatever. You're going to have to make the decision. Do I want to move into the High Priestess energy and trust myself? I mean, look at the magnetic, magical energy of this card. She's like receiving wisdom from up above. Do you see that light shining down in her head? She's in a magical jungle. It's beautiful. Or look at the chaos of this card. This is the new. This is the old. 9 of Wands, right? We're in the same cycle of getting wounded, reacting, getting into a depression, and then when we feel better again, attracting more of that into our lives. Okay? And that's what this is all about. This is about you. This is about you trusting yourself. This is about you following your heart, even when it's the scariest, even when it's the hardest. Nobody said this journey was going to be easy. Okay? But you're a fighter. You have the strength enough. Please let me remind you again before I close this reading. You are going to get through this. 100%. You have beauty on the horizon to you on the other side of this. After the storm, rainbows come in, when the sun comes out and, it's beautiful and we can feel that warmth on our skin again and we can feel our connection to life. And that's where you're going. And you have the strength to get through this. But please, however you surrender, however you take the act and initiative of surrender, do that. Do that. I will see you guys soon for the next daily dance. I'm wishing you so much love. I will be thinking about you guys, sending you massive light, right? Massive light and strength, your inner strength, just the knowing of your strength. That's what I will be sending to you and intending for you. All right? Namaste and God bless you guys.